Welcome back.
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Dave.
You're listening to Daily Gains 90.
Let's get going. Let him ask in faith with no doubting, for the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea that is driven and tossed by the wind.
You know, it's pretty hard to stand on the deck of a ship in the storm. I'm telling you this, Mr. Navy man. Tell me I'm lying.
It is quite hard. You'll actually get strapped in if you really want to endure the storm. But most people are happy to go below deck because it's bad. It's bad. A good storm will allow you to see a lot of ocean and a lot of sky. And a lot of upset stomachs. Like it's, oh my goodness, it's bad. What is my takeaway?
You know what's funny is as you're thinking about your takeaway, let me jump in here. Mm-hmm. I think about a person who is walking around on a deck that's tossed like this, and it says that the person himself is going to be like these waves because of the storm. It is a very different and a somewhat circuitous route than if they were on calm seas or on dry land, right? And that's the thing here that stands out to me. The person that asks doubting is going to be flopping back and forth. They're never going to know where they're going. They're never going to know where they are. And that's an extremely tough place to be. The other word for that is hopelessness. I can ask myself this. I can look in the mirror and I can say, am I feeling hopeless about something? Mm-hmm. If I am, could it possibly be that I'm doubting God? God, if that's the case, help my unbelief.
And so I do think the takeaway for me is, am I keeping God in the middle of it? Versus somewhere on the picture or even somewhere behind me. We often get into the space of doing what we want, even as believers. And once things go off the rail enough, we recognize that we didn't spend enough time in the Word. We didn't spend enough time actually living a faith-filled life because we were seeking comfort or something to fill the void that is solely there for God. And that impacts the way that we engage with one another in relationship. And so we often go into relationships engaging based off of fear as opposed to faith. And we see that we aren't taking into our understanding just all that God can be doing in the situation because we only look at what we see or what we feel. And so I do believe that's part of the tossing back and forth. I go in and realize, oh, you didn't really think that about me. Versus going before God and him being in the center of the conversation, so I'm at peace with whatever happens and realizing that I'm going to go explore with him. And because he's in the midst of it, I don't need to respond quickly. I don't need to go in with a plan. I need to go with an understanding that he is before me. And so I just need to be present and listen.
Listen today. Ask God. If you can't hear his voice, ask him and listen for his voice. That's a takeaway. This is day 3 down. Thank you guys for joining us. We will see you in the morning.